Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Hello. Hopefully, wherever you are, it's a beautiful day. It's good here. It's a beautiful day here. I feel like I need to move over a little bit because I'm kind of off to one side here. There, that's better. So yeah, tell me who's watching today and what you are up to. It's been a pretty quiet morning. Of course, I've been working on the live project. I need to figure something different because I feel like I come in and my whole 3 hours on Saturday morning is doing the project for the live. So I need to figure something out a little bit differently. So not to say that I'm, don't like doing the live and doing the projects, but I just need to figure something different out. Hello, Lori. Hello, Dagny. Hello, Pam. Hello, Rhonda. Crafting. Oh, that would be very, very nice. Rhonda, are you going to come to the retreat? Be nice to see you. And you could drive back and forth if you wanted, even. It's only what? Maybe 25 minutes out to Campomeal from Chetwynd. Yeah. Hello, Lori, and what are you up to today? And the other Lori, motivate yourself to do housework, hey? Yes. It's hard. I think it's hard to motivate yourself when it's kind of nice outside, don't you think? And you know what? Sometimes I feel like just take the day. There's always another day, right? So. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, great, Rhonda. That'll be awesome. I'm actually heading there tomorrow to check out the hall because it's been for sure 10 years, I think, since I've been there, maybe more. And so it's hard to remember what everything looks like and the size and the tables and all of that. So I'm heading there tomorrow to check it out. And yeah, so then I'll have more information. I'll know how many people will be able to attend. Oh, you're driving to PG tomorrow, Dagny? How come? What's going on? Ooh, nice. R&R. That's perfect, Lori. Good. At least cutting lawn, it's a lot of work, but at least you're outside, right? Yes, I think sitting under an umbrella and watching the live and having tea is a much, much better idea. Definitely, definitely. Yes, I agree with that. Oh, that's not a nice reason to have to go to PG. Interesting. So I had advertised on the live that I was going to do some cards with this Altenew set. This one. And I don't even think I have it. I did manage to get one card done, and I don't even think I brought it over here with me. I did work on, so this set comes with the stamp, the die, and the layering stencil to color, right? And so I thought to myself last night when I was excited to use this set, absolutely. I don't know if anybody knows this, but daffodils are my favorite flower. And they've been my favorite flower for as long as I can remember. And then when I was probably about a teenager maybe, I found out that daffodils are actually the flower of March when I was born, right? So it was like, wow, that's kind of a little bit crazy to know that my favorite flower is actually the flower of March. So hello, Dorinda. So I love daffodils. I've always been drawn to daffodils. And so when I seen this set, I was really excited about it. I thought it's nice. And the quotes and stuff on here are really nice too. Here's the stamp set. I don't have maybe it's easier for you to see without anything behind it. So it's just a line stamp, and then it's got quite nice quotes and different little messages on here. You have a beautiful heart. We appreciate you. Sending big hugs. just because, you know, it's nice to be able to do cards and have some of those phrases that when I do up cards, when I do up cards, I usually just stamp for you or celebrate or something that's a little bit generic, because then when I need a card like in 2 hours from now, they pretty much can work for everything, right? So like if the kids have a birthday party and, you know, oh, surprise, we need a card, then at least if I have just one that says for you, you know, you can use that for anything, right? Ooh, you're watching from the Farmington Golf Course, Dorinda. Nice. I love it out there. Ryder took golf lessons out there last year, so we spent quite a bit of time, and I love it at Farmington. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so just give me a second to run. I'm just looking over at my crafting area to see if I even know where my card is, so just give me one quick minute to see if I can find it. Is this it? No. Oh man. Oh, here it is. Just under the edge. That's why. Okay, so you guys know that I've worked with layering. Oh, Jan, that's nice. You know, guys know that I like to work with layering stencils because my coloring ability is, you know, not the best. And so I like the fact that the layering stencils, they just give you all the bits and pieces. Now, Pam was in here earlier. Hello, Wanda. How are you? Yes, it is a beautiful day. Pam was in here earlier, and I told her that it's difficult to use these layering stencils with the Distress ink line. Does anybody use layering stencils? And if you do you have other favorite inks that you like to use them with? So I just ordered the whole set of Catherine Pooler inks, just the mini pads, because for things like this, a mini is enough. And I would rather have more colors in a smaller pad than have all the big ones, right? So I feel like Catherine Pooler, they do have the nice gradations in all the color families. So I feel like with Distress, for sure, yellow is probably one of the hardest colors to use because there's not very subtle variations to anything, right? So I'm going to show you this. This is one. So I'm not very happy about this. I'm not very happy with the way this turned out, but I'm going to show you it anyway. So this is the one I worked on this morning. So let's see if I have something white to put against here. I don't. Here, I'm going to flip it, and I'll flip the camera so you guys can see it. So this is the one that I worked on this morning. And I mean, it doesn't look too bad on the camera, but it was very, very difficult for me to get the variations, like I said. I ended up putting liquid glass. You can see that it's shiny. I was trying to make it look nice. I was very disappointed with how it turned out just from using the blending brushes. And so I added liquid glass just to help it to look a little bit better. Anybody else have any suggestions what may make this look a little nicer? I'm gonna bring it up a little bit closer just so that you can maybe see what I'm talking about. Now first, I found it really, you see in there, it's not smooth, it's not subtle. In this darker highlighted spot, yes, it did blend more smoothly, but here it did not. And I was gonna try it on other paper. This is the 110 pound value pack that we have in the store. I think it's from Coordinations, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So anyway, it seems very nice and smooth. Like for any kind of stamping paper, I would think it's pretty nice and smooth. Glass beads gel. I don't know what that is, but I don't think I do. And yes, so the paper, I thought that the paper may be the issue. However, it seemed to me to be kind of odd that I would be having, like, I don't know, the paper seemed really, really smooth, right? So anyway, I was disappointed with this. So I was disappointed with the variations of the ink for the yellow, and I was disappointed in the blending abilities with the ink. So what I decided to do instead was I stamped it. This is a second image on that stamp set. I stamped this directly onto the cardstock. This is the same cardstock. Yeah. I'm not really, I guess, the best because I don't do this blending very often, that I sort of just grab whatever paper we have around, right? Or whatever's in the scrap paper bin. So I'm not as versed at why paper is better and which paper is better and why does it blend better. You know, I'm not very versed in that, so I guess that's something I need to do. So I stamped this, and instead of using the stencils to try to color, I blotted my ink pad down on my table, and then I used a watercolor brush and I just colored it in. So I like this one so much better. But like I said, I think the problem is the yellows for sure. So I have this one, and I thought I would try some pink colors because I feel, at least, although these are the two I picked, so what do you think? I picked Saltwater Taffy and Tattered Rose. What do you think of those? Because you really only need two. There's some spots that have highlights, but, well, what I did on that one was then I just used the oxide part of it to do the little bit of highlighting and stuff. Although I guess I would use these for the petals and this for the middle. Should we wing it and just see what's going to happen? Now, and besides that, I also decided to stamp. I wanted to use archival because of the blending. I didn't want any bleeding or anything from the stamp. So I decided to use archival, but I just didn't know if I wanted the black. So I decided to use this archival, which is in the stone gray color. And honestly, the way that it turned out here, I really do like the gray. Does anybody have other colors of archival that they use besides the black for different things? I was quite impressed with how it was, and especially with here when I was going to kind of leave these ones a little bit white. I feel like the gray stamping was, you know, a lot better. So the stencils, and I will give kudos to Altenew for these stencils. So there is the two different, I'll move this. There is the two different images, if I put it like this. So there's this one, which is here, right there, right? Kind of a little blurry, give everybody vertigo or whatever here. So there's that one, and then there is this one that I stamped on. So it has like the littler flowers, and there's this. So their stencil set comes in a set of 5. And what I like is the first 3, and they're numbered, 1, 2, 3. They are for this one. And then 4 and 5 are for the other image. And I really like that. And I like the fact that there is 2 parts. So if you see, there's this kind of line right here in the middle. They all have that. And that shows you, so this is one side that you would use. I'm just trying to find my camera here. And then this would be your other side that you would use. So I do really like that. And I will say they have come a long, long way when it comes to lining up your stencils. For the longest time, it was very, very difficult to line up stencils. All right. So I will give them kudos for that. Okay. And this is that same paper because I already had these stamped, and so I'm not going to go and redo the paper, but we're going to see if a little bit more similar, well, I shouldn't say similar, these are quite a bit different colors, but we're going to see how this turns out. Now I'm just making sure that I think that's a petal. Yes, that's a petal and that's a petal. So this is the part that's the middle. So I want to try to just get the cone part. Besides, that's one nice thing about crafting. It doesn't have to be the color. Although there is daffodils that do have pink centers and white leaves or white petals. So, I mean, this isn't too far of a fetch for it being unrealistic. So there are daffodils that do have a pink center. Hello, Kathy. Nice of you to join. What are all you ladies doing? A few ladies we were talking to earlier, they let us know what they're up to today, but what are you ladies up to that just joined in? Okay, can everybody see that, how the stencil lines up quite well? Okay. Oh, I forgot to bring my cloth over here too. And then the petal I want to do in this. I'm going to do the petals in the lighter one. So I'm just going to put this on here. So we're going to see how this will turn out, right? Now that I'm seeing these two together, I'm not sure if this was a good color combination or not, but it is what it is, right? All right, so that's that. Now this one, I'm just trying to see if I should do this one right away. I think I will. In the stamp set, actually, oh no, I don't have it here. In the stamp set, when you pull the stamp set out and there is a cardboard piece inside of it, it tells you exactly which stencils to use in what order. I'm going a little bit backwards here because I've already done this once, so I feel like I kind of understand now where they're going with it. But in the stamp packaging, they do actually have a stamp that, or the explanations on how to use these stencils. Sorry, you know me, I'm trying to talk, and so I'm pretty sure this is all the cone. So I want to do it this color. Saltwater taffy, it's becoming my new favorite. Just puttering around the house. Good, doing a bit of sewing, that's nice. Nice, nice. So now I'm gonna go over this one a second time. If I had the oxide in this, I would do it in the oxide, but it's one nice thing is these will layer nice when you keep adding color to them. Can everybody see that okay? So we are going to find out how this is all going to come together, right? I do love the saltwater taffy. I knew I loved it when it first came out. I don't know, corals have just, I've kind of been, I still like teal, don't get me wrong. I still like teal, but this coral saltwater taffy, I think I'm in love a little bit with it. All right, oops. I know the oxides do blend nicely. I know that. I just like to use them for different looks. Ooh, well, see, that turned out not too bad. Okay, so now, not that one. Let's go to this one because this is more of the petals. I just got to figure out which direction this goes. Oh, I have it upside down. That would help as well because I'm pretty sure it goes. Nope, it doesn't go like that. It goes like this. So when Altenew first started bringing out these different layering stencils, actually, you know what? Now I'm saying it wrong. They originally brought out their layered stamps that you would stamp and it would layer the flower or whatever you were stamping. And those were very, very challenging to try to figure out. You would definitely need to have a lot of patience when doing those. So they have really upped their game with this, with these stencils. I much, much, much prefer the stencils. Okay, that's part of it. So these are petals. So the petals I'm doing in Tattered Rose. And the little pieces in the middle, I'm going to do saltwater taffy. And I'm just trying to watch to see on here the different pieces that, oops, to make sure that what I'm inking, I'm actually inking the right pieces of the flower. Not that it's a big deal because I already messed up on some of the other ones I was doing, so it's not a huge issue, but I know how we all are. You know, you want to try to do it right if you possibly can, right? Okay, that. And, oh, these ones down here, let's do these. So I'm really, really happy with how these stencils are. I'm quite pleased with the ease of use, the fact that they, now, was it another, I'm trying to think if it was another Altenew one I had done with a flower. I wonder if it was Altenew or if it was a different company. And it was so confusing because everything was on different stencils and you kept having to look through everything, where this, I'm finding this very nice to do this. Why not? Why don't you have all the same cutouts for one flower grouping on the same stencils? Why would you want some on each stencil? Seems weird to me. All right, this, and then back to saltwater taffy for this bit up here. All right, and then there's one little tiny piece, which is crazy. I don't even know how I'll get that. Use this one. There's like one little tiny chunk right up at the top there that just gives a little bit of a highlight. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Go over it a little bit more, I think. And you know what? Honestly, I do, Jan, I do think it's the paper because I just don't like that speckled look. I don't know. I honestly didn't really realize that it would be so different. Okay, and then that's the leaves, so we're gonna leave that one for now. And then this is the last one. So this one I'm really gonna have to watch and make sure that I'm doing things the right way here. It goes like this. Nope, it doesn't. Oh, is this one backwards? Yes, it is. That's why. But you see how easy it lines up? I'm trying to be really picky and perfect here on this one, but okay, petals first. Any bits that are petals? Well, I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. Are you guys excited to see how it's going to turn out? I'm excited. Okay, I will, I'll definitely take heed of that, and next time I will, I know Sam did do a demo a while ago on the specialty stamp, specialty cardstock, I think it's called, from Distress. And it's meant for, I think, well, it says it's for stamping, but I mean, I'm sure it would be nice for blending as well. But I will take heed of that for sure, and I will choose different paper next time, and we'll see. Maybe we'll do that as a little challenge. I'll test out different papers. It's funny because to feel this, it feels quite smooth. So you really wouldn't realize maybe that it would do this. However, I have always said, and I firmly believe, you get what you pay for. So not that this isn't great paper, because it worked really well for the watercolor, but you know, for $77.95 for a pack of 50 versus, you know, $20 for a pack of 50, well, maybe you get what you pay for, right? Okay, and now back to this. For this piece in here, the edge. What time are we at? Oh, we're cutting it close. So to pretty this one up, if you guys did this, something like this, and you weren't happy with how it turned out, what other items would you use? What else could you do to make that look a little bit nicer to put on a card? Give me some ideas. I was thinking of putting a little bit of re-inker in the liquid glass, the color that I used in the middle there, the dried marigold, and then putting colored liquid glass or glossy accents, whatever you want to call it, over the middle pieces, just to give it a little bit something extra. But then I was worried I might lose a little bit of the definition by doing that. So I guess I'm just sort of stuck right now. Okay, so now all over this, but I want to do it lightly because I don't want to lose that definition. Sorry, I'm going slowly. There we go. Yeah, I just don't want to lose that definition on there. Oh, and this little spot here too. It's crazy that they put these tiny, tiny little highlight spots in here. All right. Okay, now let's do the leaves quickly. This one. I'm gonna do this one first. Is this upside down? Nope. No, it's not. And for the green, I picked Bundled Sage. And I need to get a cloth to wipe my blenders off. Sorry, I was kind of trying to prepare this right till the last minute, so I wasn't fully ready for all of this, or I didn't have my supplies prepared as well as I should have. I think, was this one had pink in it? This blending brush, I think it had a bit of pink, but I think I'm able to get it out. Okay, so Bundled Sage for the win, because I'm partial. If I'm gonna pick a green, it's probably gonna be Bundled Sage. Yes, a coordinating, can't go wrong with bling, absolutely. Absolutely. And I kind of thought about a coordinating cardstock when I did that card I showed you. I had intended on finding a yellow cardstock to mount it on, or to mat it on, and then I kind of, when I found the dark gray, I kind of really liked it. We're just about done, so just hang in there with me. We're just about done. I want to show you the whole finished project. And then too, on this one I'll mention, you can see how it leaves a little bit of white from the die cutting, but I am pretty impressed with how close the die cut cuts. And I would maybe just go in and distress that possibly to get rid of the white if you didn't want the white. So, oh, I did that exact same thing on the last one. Ugh. See right there? I went over the edge of the stencil. You see that? I did that on here too. Look, you can see the green. Oops, right there. You see that little shot of green? Yeah. That's from talking and not paying attention. Oh, I did it up there too. Now this one goes like this. And it has a couple little centers of the flowers in there. Alright, right there. Did I miss what? Oh. Well, yes, Dorinda, I get that. These ones do have numbers on them. So as long as the numbers, of course, are facing the correct way, then I know which way is up. It's just that I had these washing before I did this, because of course I'd used them with the yellow, and so they were kind of all mishmashed, and I didn't really pay attention about trying to sort them out. I'm going to try to do this piece darker just because it's supposed to be like a bit of an accent, and so if I do it a little bit darker, be able to see the differences in the leaves. But yes, that is definitely a good idea, Dorinda, to mark your stencils, absolutely. I definitely, I think, can say that I like the pinks that I picked better than the yellows. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of this gray archival because I didn't grab anything else for the centers of the flowers. So I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of archival for blending. Can you believe that? All right, make sure that comes off my blending brush for sure. All right, it's time for the big reveal, so let's see it. Make sure I'm putting all my lids on correctly. I'm gonna mix up any of my inks. All right, time for the big reveal. Oh boy, I did a really bad job. Oh well, that's okay, you get the gist, right? Even though I went outside the stencil. So what do you think? This, here's the yellow, here's the pink. What do you think? I like the pink. I actually, yeah. I don't know if I like the bundled sage with that. I think I would have picked a lighter color. Maybe peeled paint or something. Or maybe I would have done a brown or something instead. I don't know. I'm not partial to the bundled sage with the pink, but that's okay. It turned out quite nice. See, and I do like the fact that with the stencils you get that highlighting. So like you can really see it on this one. So you don't have to worry about trying to figure out your shading. And remember, this is just saltwater taffy and then a double layer of saltwater taffy. So this isn't even two different colors on here. It's just a second coating. Like I made sure to really put lots of ink on there. So yeah, I prefer the pink. Pink, pink, pink. Pink is the winner all the way around, it looks like. Okay, so quick, let me, oh, I gotta switch my screen here. There we go, there I am. So let's just mention the retreat, nice and quick. Yes, peeled paint is a nice green, I agree with you. The retreat, I have 8, I believe, paid the deposit and registered already. I'm hoping for 20. That's kind of what I'm thinking for my max, but I will know more tomorrow once I figure out how many tables we can fit and people needing tables and what size the tables. So yeah, I'm excited for that. It's going to be good. Oh, and then with everybody watching, I don't know, with the few of you that are coming to the retreat, what I'm thinking is offering, if you want to teach a small make and take, for whatever it is, just something that would be like maybe 30 minutes. I would supply you with the supplies if need be, and you could teach a make and take. Then that way it helps me. I don't have to come up with all the make and takes. It helps everybody out there to share their talents and what they appreciate and enjoy. And so if you are interested in that, let me know, and let me know kind of what projects you may want. And if you want to just use your own supplies, that's fine. We can work on a little store credit or something for your participation in a make and take. So reach out to me if you are interested in doing that, and we can coordinate. The place is on the ground floor. There may be like 1 or 2 stairs just to go up into the hall building. The dorm area has a wheelchair ramp, so that's pretty accessible. There is stairs, but I want to say the hall is just like 1 or 2 stairs. At least that's what I remember. I can confirm more tomorrow, Dorinda. Yes. Okay, perfect, Jen. Thank you. If you want to do like a card, or I don't know, anything, a small little ornament, or I don't know, come up with some ideas. That would be fabulous. And even if somebody's not coming to the retreat and is still interested in maybe doing something, you know, I could teach it. You could put a little kit together, whatever, right? Let's join in and have fun together. So I appreciate everybody who's already registered and who's coming. It is going to be lots of fun. I do have some other things on the go and some surprises coming up. So yeah, you know, I always try to make it the best, right? Yes, you definitely, no flight of stairs with all your stuff. Absolutely not. It is completely, I mean, like I said, a step or two, but mostly ground level. And it's beautiful. I know you go to Camp Sagatawa lots, Dorinda, and so it's just a little bit past Camp Sagatawa, but you know, it's beautiful. And you can go down to the lake if you need a break, and yeah, so if you need more information, reach out. Happy to help, happy to give you any information. I hope you like the demo. I definitely do like the pinks. I feel like that turned out a lot better, but I also am looking forward to getting the Catherine Pooler inks in. And trying some of these sort of layering stencils with those, because I do feel like they have, you know, the variations in the color families, you know, the yellow and the red and the pink and the purple. So I'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, so anyway, hope you have a great rest of the weekend, rest of the day. Enjoy the sunshine while we have it. It's important to get out, let that sunshine hit your face, you know, it increases your mood, makes you a happier person. And you know, we've had a rough few years with the pandemic and everything, so let's get out and enjoy it, right? All right, I will see everybody next weekend. Thank you so much for joining. I will see what I can come up with for our demo or whatever we're doing next week.